Ladies and gentlemen, so after a pretty interesting crystal opening where we managed to get 4 3-star Sabretooths, we are going to do a rank up and gameplay video today. We're going to take this dude all the way up to rank 4 level 40 as a 3-star. We're going to go over his abilities and have a little bit of a look at what the character does, and then we're going to test out some stuff and just have a lot of fun with this character. So I'm really looking forward to the video today, because Sabretooth, you know, he seems like quite a unique character, quite a different character from a lot of the champions that we've seen previously, just due to how his kind of persistent furies work and travel across fights. So yeah, I think there's some really interesting potential with Sabretooth, and I like the kind of quirky new direction that they appear to be going in with some of the newer characters. But here, I think we're gonna have to bite the bullet. Let's just chuck in an 825, what is it, mutant one there. A little bit of overkill, but we're gonna get this dude ranked up as soon as possible. So let's take him up to rank 3 now and put in the levels to get him up to level 30. Now, one of the things I actually saw yesterday, I think it's a 5-star champion. Sabretooth has one of the best prestiges in the game. I think he's like number 4 overall, so I'm interested to see if he's going to look pretty beefy in terms of the power index on the 3-star. You know, he's already at 1,891 now. So yeah, let's just chuck in a few more of these. Do we need, I think we need like 1 or 2... more 5k mutant ISO rocks, so we're just going to go into the stash, claim a couple of those, because we have some expiring. Let's just hit the claim max button there. A little bit, well, a lot of overkill, but there we go. That's enough to get him all the way up to rank 4 level 40. So 2,602 in terms of the power index there. We got a fairly decent health pool on the 3-star, 6,200, 460 attack. Let's have a look at the base stats as well. Not too bad on the crit. The crit rating and crit damage is a little bit low, even for a 3-star, but he's got some alright block proficiency going on there. But yeah, let's get stuck into the abilities and talk about, you know, what this champion does. So, we'll go over kind of the basic ability set before we talk about the awakened ability. And the first thing is he is completely immune to Iceman, so immune to Cold Snap and Frostbite. So that's going to be quite a useful character. Might do, you know, the boss rush challenge, final kill if we can muster it with Sabretooth if we're playing well. However, he does have this mechanic called Persistent Charge. Now, at the start of the fight, if he doesn't have any persistent charges, he will essentially randomly gain anywhere between 3 to 6 of them, and if he does have a persistent charge at the fight, then that's going to allow him to essentially carry over any fury buffs that he had from the previous fight. So, you know, the first fight that you go into, you're going to gain like a stack of anywhere between 3 to 6 of them, and that's going to give you essentially like 3 to 6 fights where you can retain your fury, and then after that it's going to drop off and you can build it up again. But you can build up the fury to a maximum of 15 stacks, but there are like 3 different furies that are kind of ones that triggered, but you need to do various stuff to convert them into kind of a passive effect. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, maybe a little bit complicated for some people at first, but you know, once we get into the gameplay, it's going to become, I believe, significantly more apparent. So one of the first ways that you gain Fury is every 10 hits on Sabretooth or 5 hits on the opponent's combo meter, he gains a Fury. Against skill champions, he will also inflict an armor break as well, so additional chunk of damage when you're fighting skill champions there. But the Fury from every 10 hits increases his attack, I believe, roughly by about like 20, I think it's 25%. It's not quite that. It's somewhere between like 20-25%. I think it might be in the 22% region here. But you can see his base attack is 460. The Fury here from the 10 combo is 104. So yeah, it's just over a 20% there, and if you can get like 15 stacks of this, hey, that's a pretty hefty damage increase there. So yeah, that's essentially how you gain the Fury, and that lasts for 5 seconds. Now, there are various ways to convert this Fury from a temporary buff into a passive one. Now, dodging back and allowing Sabretooth to idle for 1 second, very similar to Stark and Aunt's Spider-Man in regards to refreshing the taunt, allows him to convert a temporary Fury buff into a permanent one, and he can convert a maximum of 5 permanent Fury effects every single fight. So although you've got a maximum stack of 15, you can only obtain 5 of these every single fight. So yeah, he's a bit of an odd ramp up damage champion there. And yeah, you can't have more than 15 permanent passive fury effects, but I assume you can have like the 15, permanent ones, and then still gain additional, temporary ones based off the combo, and potentially use special free as well. So he also has his special attacks. Every hit on the special attack has a 60% chance to inflict a bleed, dealing, I believe that's about roughly like 75% of his base attack over 8 seconds. And this, is off every single hit on the special attack, so you can gain multiple bleeds. Really good synergy with the Fury as your damage and attack is ramping up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also really good synergy with Deep Wounds as well. It's quite a strong bleed there, so some interesting stuff. The special one allows you to convert any temporary Fury buffs into permanent passive Fury effect. So this essentially is kind of your converter from the 10 combo Furies that you're getting. Once you have one of those active for 5 seconds, you smash down a special one, converts that into a passive Fury effect, keeps that stacking up. On the special attack 2, it activates a Fury effect and immediately converts it into a passive effect, but this Fury is like almost, I think it's about like 40% or 50% weaker. Yeah, it's about 40% weaker than the one on the 10 combo. So I don't really see, just reading his abilities, I don't really see like any reason to pretty much ever use the special 2. It just seems, yeah, incredibly like weak Fury in comparison. And if you have 15 stacks of this, it's significantly less damage than the one that just comes off your 10 combo, which you can, convert and fire off via the special 1. So yeah, I'm not really too sure about that one. But the special free has a substantially increased Fury buff, and this one increases attack rating on the free star by 188, so that is a really big boost in comparison. I think that's approximately like 35-40% of Sabretooth's base attack, but that one only lasts for 2 seconds, and I think if you finish the fight with a special free, then this Fury will be added to the stack that carries on to the next fight. So I think the special free might be worth using in scenarios where you just want to finish the fight and have even more Fury ready for the next fight. But that's essentially it. He's all about those Furies, kind of ramping up and stacking those as aggressively as possible. Now his signature ability is called Untamed Heart, and Sabretooth gains a passive regeneration stack that recovers a certain amount of damage taken for the hit over 30 seconds, and is interrupted if Sabretooth is heal blocked. So this just goes up and up based on the signature levels that you have, and it's from only direct damage. So essentially, if you get hit, it allows you to recover some of the damage over time, which, can be a very nice addition to the character. Also, Fury and regeneration effects receive a permanent ability accuracy, which I don't exactly know how that affects the character. I think if there's ability accuracy reduction, it just essentially means that he's going to be consistently reliable to trigger and proc these effects. But yeah, again, I'm not really too sure how ability accuracy functions in this scenario here, but we'll figure it out. And then we have, if Sabretooth does not get hit or struck by the opponent for more than 5 seconds, he starts losing regeneration stacks over time. So yeah, that's one of the things. Potentially the regeneration, it's going to cover a little bit of damage, but may not be the be-all end-all solution. So yeah, I don't know, just from the awakened ability, it doesn't really sound like, Sabretooth is going to need to be awakened to be like a super fun character to play and be super useful, unless, I've really kind of missed or glanced over something on the signature ability, which might be the case. I might be overlooking something at the moment, but again, that's what we're here today, test out a little bit of the gameplay. Now, also, one of the things on the Freestar Sabretooth, he actually has what I think is the best synergy for Sabretooth, and this is the one with any of the Black Panther characters. Inflicting a debuff reduces the opponent's ability accuracy by 100% for 0.7 seconds. So on your parries, on your bleed, you have ability accuracy reduction, which allows you to, reliably get stuns off on champions like Kingpin, Agent Venom, Black Panther Civil War, because as soon as you apply that effect, then ability accuracy is completely gone on the opponent, and they're not going to be able to retaliate with any of the passive effects that they might have. And also the inverse effect as well is that Black Panthers gain plus 30% power rate when hitting opponents that are suffering from a debuff. So yeah, some interesting stuff there. Essentially a lot of power gain for additional Black Panthers, which might be very useful for kind of, fully maxing out a Killmonger's damage potentially. That's a lot of additional power gain. But I think just for the matchup today, we're going to go for Probably the full X-Men team synergy, because, yeah, that's not going to be, I guess, too useful in the scenario that we're going to go for, which is just testing out some of the characters' damage. I just want to see some big numbers, really, on the Sabretooth, and also he fits really, really well into the mutant team synergy, because he also gains even more attack from Wolverine, which, to be honest, is just fantastic, man. Really fantastic. But anyway, let's jump into this first quest, and we're going to go for the most difficult path here. We're going to go for Electro. Electro might hammer us down a bit. There's 2 Electros on this one, man. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but hey, let's hopefully not get wrecked too much in regards to the damage back here. But yeah, man, this Electro does have a lot of damage back. I don't know, we might have to pick a bit of a different map, but we'll see how he gets on. You know, we've got a little bit of a bleed to mitigate some of the damage here, but really not overall a great solution for dealing with Electros here. So once we get to this 10 combo, then we're going to have a Fury effect trigger. We use the special one, we convert that into a passive. And this damage, man, even without any stacks of Fury, this is already pretty good. And we can get up to, 15 stacks. We've got the second Fury here. I think we might have to, spend a few potions on this dude. But I'm happy to, ladies and gentlemen, very happy to. Oh my gosh, the damage and also the bleed. It feels great already to play this dude, man. Okay, let's go for it. We've got 3 stacks. Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad. But we only got 3 persistent charges when we begun the fight there. So that was the lowest roll that we could have on our Fury, sustaining over from fight to fight. So that is a little bit of a pain in the ass, a little bit of an inconvenience there, but hey, not to worry too much. So let's go ahead, we're going to fuel Sabretooth up a little bit more. Let's get some of those level 3 health potions in. Just those are pretty easy to farm for Realm of Legends, and we don't really need health potions for too much at the moment. So yeah, let's just go crazy on this guy. And I think we might try a little bit of Realm of Legends Winter Soldier toward the end of this gameplay video and see how he does and see how the damage is ramping up. But he is a character, you know, as we talked about earlier, you're capped at 5 Furies that you can receive every single fight. So it's a little bit potentially peculiar for ramping up, because we'll only be able to get 5 stacks going against the Winter Soldier. Won't be able to see the full 15 unless we decide to tactfully die. Right, let's fire off a special one there. We got 5 stacks of Fury now. The damage ain't looking too bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't looking too bad. Right, let's fire off another special one. Gosh, I feel like this guy's going to be so beast mode, man. I'm getting really, really decent damage vibes from this character so far. Like, after playing, Sentry after his update, a few days ago on the channel, you know, we did a video covering the Sentry buff. Kind of, I got a little bit of an idea of what kind of 3-star, decent 3-star damage output feels like. But this guy, man, we're not even at kind of those crazy levels yet. But Iron Man might be a potentially good fight to ramp up here. Maybe, I don't know what would be a really good scenario to fully test out Sabretooth. There we go, 7 stacks. Quickly fired off the special one there. I think Sabretooth is also a character that you may want to play around with shortened combos, just to make sure you can get those Fury conversions ramping up as quick as possible. But look at that, man. The damage is just really going up to kind of a good level. Feels like a 444-star champion at the moment. And yeah, we're not even at that glorious 15 stacks yet. But we've only got one more fight, man, where our Fury stacks will carry over. And there we go, just tore through that Iron Man so quickly. Damn, man, Sabretooth feels great fun to play. I think anybody that does get a 5-star version of this champion, like even Unawakened, because glossing over that weakened ability, I don't think it's making too much of a difference at all from the average fight. So even Unawakened, man, this guy is going to be pulling some major potential weight. Unawakened, a full counter to Iceman. I think so far, I'm getting the real impression that Sabretooth is just really a great addition to Marvel Contest of Champions. But again, it's still early days. There we go. Let's convert a stack. Oh, we didn't... Be nice if we could have converted, both stacks there. But let's try and avoid a special 2. Come on, Scarlet Witch. Let's get that one out. Got a poison going on us at the moment. All this unavoidable damage, man. All of the fun times, ladies and gentlemen. All of the fun times. Right, let's go ahead and dodge that. So we've lost all of our Fury stacks now, but that was a great fight, man. That was so quick. Cut through that Scarlet Witch so incredibly quickly. But I really feel like Sabretooth, for the most part, man, just feels kind of like Special 1 spam. I'm not too sure if there's a slightly alternative rotation or how much damage the Special 2 is dealing once you get to something like 15 stacks. But anyway, we've decided to go into some more matches, and we'll keep on pushing through this one and hopefully get the Fury back up. Hopefully we can roll 6 charges. I don't think there are 6 fights left, but let's see. We've got 4 charges that time. So we can carry the Fury over into 4 different fights here. And the damage, you know, it starts a little bit low, but 1 stack of Fury already. We're building it up. And that bleeds, man. Oh, look at that. It's really, really nice to bleed, actually. You know, it's quite a long-lasting one in terms of its duration. And again, with that Black Panther synergy, like, the bleed is just going to be an additional ability accuracy reduction as well, which I'm interested to see, you know, is he going to be a potentially viable character for bypassing... Oh, I should have tried that out, man. Should have brought the Black Panther synergy for this. Would be especially helpful when it comes to some of those Electros, smashing down those Special 1s. But there we go. Let's celebrate the victory there. And I think we got, what was it, 3 or 4 stacks of Fury there to transition into the next fight. I know we've got another Electro to fight right up next. And we'll try and get to the boss in this map. And then we'll probably jump into Realm of Legends, have a little bit of a beat on Winter Soldier, and see how the character is feeling there. Right, let's see if we can land a parry, man. Get this damage ramping up ASAP. Right, bait out the Special 1 on Electro. Come on, mate. Fantastic. Chucking a 5 combo. Let's get those bleeds going. Some pretty nice bleed damage, shipping him down. Yeah, there's quite a bit of additional damage potentially on that Special 1 with the bleeds. Oh, please don't die to damage back. No. Right, I'm in a little bit of a potentially tricky scenario here. Oh my gosh, that was way too clutch, ladies and gentlemen. Way too clutch. Electro, such a fun and interactive champion, man. We love that damage back. We love it. We love it. Right, let's see what we have next. So we have a Magneto and then a Loki. Okay, so some interesting fights ahead. So Magneto, we're gonna go ahead and heal up, man. Chuck a couple of these level 3 health potions in. It's rid of those Electros that have been tearing our boy Sabretooth down in this this particular map. Okay, so how many Fury stacks are we starting with? We're starting with 5 here. I don't know if it's do we want to try the stand back and idle? Actually, let's not go for that on that one. I think you just need to, what is it? Just get the timing right, really, on the idling. And your opponent probably doesn't... You probably want your opponent not to have a special attack active. Right, we've got a really, really nice conversion layover there. Got the dodge on Magneto's special 2. And there we go. All the way in the bin. I think on this final fight, man, we need to... we're going up against the Loki boss. Let's get a special 3. Let's smash one of those out. And see how the damage is looking on that. But really, it's quite fun just to continually build up these Fury stacks. So this Loki here, he has just under 47,000 health. So quite a big health pool, man. Like a bit of a chunky boy here. But let's see how our man Sabretooth does. Let's go ahead and dodge that. Get stuck back in. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling... Let's use a special 1, because that'll get him to his special 2 as well. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite there on the special 2. Are we going to be able to build up to a special 3, or is the damage just going to be too much? Bro, I'm sensing some crazy vibes of Sabretooth, man. Like, you know, I'm just imagining what the 5-star... Because the 3-star one, man, this guy feels like an absolute machine as a 3-star champion. Like, I don't feel like I've ever played a 3-star champion in this map and had kind of this experience before this damage, right? We can use the special 2 here. Is that going to be enough to finish him off? Pretty much. There we go. He's going down, man. In the bin. Oh, that felt really good. That felt really good, man. Really good. I'm very much enjoying Sabretooth so far. We're going to jump into the Realm of Legends, have a little bit of a beat on Winter Soldier, show off that special 3 animation as well, because I'm sure, you know, there's probably somebody in the comments right now being like, Seatin, you never used the special 3. Well, we're going to use it now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get there. So let's go against Realm Legends Winter Soldier. We'll go with this synergy again. And, yeah, let's queue up against him. And I think what we'll do kind of after this video, man, because this one's already 20 minutes long, we'll do another video spotlighting the Black Panther synergy and kind of talking about that one in substantially more detail, because I think that's a good thing to investigate. So anyway, what we want to do here is I'm going to build up to 4 stacks of the Fury. If we can. 4 stacks, is that what we want to do? Alright, so we're going to dodge that. Go in. Stack number 1. And dodge another special 2. Another 5 combo. Throw the special 1. That's going to bring him above 30. And also, yeah, against Winter Soldier being a skill champion. Along with all that damage before, we now have, like, a decent armor break as well. And this guy, for a 3-star, he feels like he's making way, you know? He feels like he's tearing into Winter Soldier a little bit. So I'm appreciating that, man. I'm appreciating that. Okay, so we did it. I was trying to idle there just to see if I could convert the passive, sorry, the Fury buff into a passive. I'm gonna see if I can do it now. Oh no! Okay, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't know. I don't like idling about, man. I'm not a fan of that life. Maybe when trying to bait out something, but I think, you know, just for Fury conversion and building it up. Special 1, man. Special 1. Let's fire off that special 3. Let's see if we can allow him to idle. Yeah, not long enough to convert that one. I think really, if you want that special 3 Fury buff, you need to finish your fight with it. But let's go in. Come on, special 1. Let's build up those Fury stacks. Get the ball rolling on this one. And again, once we get to 5 stacks of Fury, then we are not going to be able to further increase the amount of Fury that we're generating. But we can get a good idea of where he's kind of at with 5 stacks. But no, man, I'm getting good vibes from Sabretooth at the moment. It's always hard to tell from playing a 3-star version exactly like how good, how viable, how he's going to compare to a lot of the current like top tier 5-star champions. But I don't know, man. He feels very, very fun to play so far. The animations are they kind of feel like a bit more of a savage version of Beast that is just constantly tearing into the opponent. So yeah, we can't gain any more permanent Fury effects. Just going in, slamming down that special 2. That special 2's got some quite nice damage associated to it. I'm going to have a look at maybe some of the special 1 numbers and see how much we're dealing there. I think the special 1 has like a total of, is it 3 hits? Right. Yeah, it's 3 hits there, and we've got a 60% chance to gain bleed on each one of them. And the bleed, you know, it's a fairly potent bleed for the most part. Come on, man, let's dodge this one. I think, you know, on this 3-star character, I'm not even joking, guys. It looks like it would probably be about, like, 500-600 hits on Winter Soldier, which for a 3-star, like, it's pretty good, guys. Pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good. And also, additionally, what's the additional factor? Yeah, Sabretooth can get up to 15 Fury stacks. So, this guy, he's reeking at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. This champion is absolutely stinking of potential. Because I'm seeing some big potential stuff for Sabretooth, man. Right, let's go in. Let's slash away at some of those. Oh, we got all of the stacks of bleed. That is fantastic. That bleed's going to be pretty monstrous, man. I'm thinking on like a 5-star rank 4. Or maybe even a 6-star, man. When he's in the next pool of 6-star featured champions. Like, I'm telling you, if this guy turns out to be like crazy, maybe it's a good idea to save up next month for the well, actually it's not gonna be next month, it's gonna be a couple of months time for the next 6-star featured crystal. Try and get a 6-star Sabretooth, because this guy is just, I don't know, I'm getting good vibes so far. But again, you know, I don't want to get too on this guy's dick at the moment. He might turn out to suck as a 5-star champion, but I'm doubting that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end the video there. We've got a pretty good idea of how he's kind of mashing away at the moment. So far, I've been thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed with the 3-star one. Seems super fun to play. Got a really, really nice kind of like solid damage dealing champion. Bleed, he's got a great feel to him. Immune to Iceman as well. So yeah, I think Sabretooth is going to be quite a fun addition to the game for the most part. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Sabretooth? Do you like this character? Did you manage to get him as a 5-star or 4-star? Yeah, what are your thoughts on this character so far? Where is he going to fit into the game? I think, you know, potentially he's got some good potential for stuff like Alliance Quest and questing in general. Maybe the Realm of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends. Not really too sure about this dude for Alliance War, though. I don't really see anything like too insane there, but who knows with the Black Panther Killmonger synergy. Maybe there might be some interesting teams coming up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video today. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.